All right, here at No Reserve we have this super clean 94 Bronco XLT. It's got all power options, got the light gray leather interior. This is really hard to find blue. It's two-tone. It's called lapis metallic blue. So it's kind of the best way to relate it. It looks like a nice metallic bright blue tarp color. But I'll take you inside first because it's getting a little late in the day. It's about 3:45 here. So hopefully you guys can see the interior really good. But there's 150 photos uploaded. You can see the door panels basically in mint condition, just a little bit of wearing on the writing there. A common, I don't know what they did, how they applied the color to the speaker covers, but almost every one of them has kind of like the little brown surface rusting. You can see there's no rust on the door, just really nice paint all along the rocker, and then door hinges. You can see the original VIN decal. Carpets are in really nice condition, especially since they're 94. You'll see in the photos, lift up it's got nice WeatherTech mats front and rear, but it's a little darker, a little discolored around the foot mat there. But other than that, it's in really nice shape. Leather's in really nice condition. This is hard to find. Usually they're all pulled back, and it's got cruise control, tilt steering. Only a couple imperfections at the dash. Someone screwed some holes in here and covered it with some electrical tape. But you can see there's no cracks on the top. Headliner's in great condition, but you can see there's maybe somebody had some overhead console or like a sunglass cover, but there wasn't any screws through the top. You can see the top's in nice condition. I don't think the top's ever been off because all the trim pieces are there. It doesn't have any leak issues. You can see the leather's in really nice condition. The leather of this era just really did not age well. You do have, you know, some aging in the entry sides, and the rear seat at the bottom where you sit towards the middle hinging point, kind of where the seat belts are, it is kind of aged in the same way. You'll see right there, there's just a little bit cracking, but still looks really good. It's nice and soft and comfortable. You see the center console's in nice condition. Take you around here to the passenger side. You see some really nice. And again, there's a ton of photos, a little cracking right there. You know, a little bit of discoloring and aging right here, but I mean, it looks really nice. The exterior has had some paint work done on it a long time ago. There's a little bit of white that's pulled back from here. It looks like they had one of those protectors on it, pulled it with a strong adhesive. But the rear window goes down from both the interior and exterior switch. The growl's a little bit going up, so probably could use a little bit of grease. You can see the carpet's a little bit discolored. Panels are in nice condition with just a little bit of scuffing, but no fading or sun dyed or anything. You can see there's no rust right along in there. As talked about in the description of the video, I mean in the ad, you know, someone has you know, slightly backed in or bumped in the back of the Bronco at some point because they had to replace the tailgate and completely repainted it. But it is a little bit darker. It's probably the right color. It's just probably the original is faded a little bit. You know, a little bit of dent happened there, and you'll see the bumper's got a couple little dings and tweaks on it, stuff like that on the left side, but still looks good. So you know, but all the panel and everything was taken off. The spare tire carrier was taken off to have that fixed. You see a little bit of fading on the tail lights. You know, but the paint work that was done on this, I mean, you see a couple touched up areas, was done a long time ago because it's still the original pinstriping, the one-piece Ford pinstriping that you haven't been able to get for, you know, decade and a half. Because nowadays if you replace it, you'd have to stack it with a blue and then a silver and you'd feel it. But you can see there's no paint lifting issues, no clear coat issues. There's a little bit of condensation in the corner light. All the chrome looks really good on the bumper. You can see it's got nice gaps on the bumper. It doesn't take much to tweak these front ones. Grill, the gray coats are still nice, but you know, there is a little bit of, you know, aging in the chrome, a little bit of fading areas, a little condensation in these lights. But you can see the hood gaps are really nice. Nobody's hyperextended the hood. You know, you have a couple little stone chips along the bottom here, but you'll see a little bit of the clear coat that's chipped right there and shows the original white paint underneath. You know, you won't find a tape line right here, but you can see there's a little tape line right there. So I'm not too sure what has happened in the past on this. You know, a couple little dings here on the wheel well trim, a couple little stone chips on the bottom. Again, you know, you will find a couple areas of the pinstriping that's been chipped. The paint looks awesome. You wouldn't know it's not the original paint by looking at it. It's just a beautiful color. You can see how smooth it is and the gloss it has. You know, the rear window sweep has been replaced when they painted it, but the side doors have a little cracking. The driver's side door does sag just a little. I mean, it doesn't really sag, but it does drop a little bit when you open it. Both sides have a little kind of your typical hairline crack right there, but it's just a really killer truck. You see there's a little bit of entry wear around here, kind of your typical stuff. Let's see, you know, there's a little bit of waxing, a little bit of chipping there. But again, a little bit of tape line there. So I'm not too sure what happened, because it doesn't look like the white has been redone on this side, because you don't see any tape lines in here. But still, it just looks really killer. You know, that's all original how that is supposed to be. Nice door gaps. You can see it's got a really nice hood gap on the driver's side too. So alright, it's gonna be going at no reserve. You know, it's all original underneath the hood, but it's super clean. You know, it has some little small leaks and stuff. I'll talk a little bit about that just on the motor, just because it is original and older. So you can see it's running really nice. But I'll be doing a driving video. You can see there's no tape line on the front. Bolts have never been messed with, no tape line. I'll do a driving video, so hopefully you guys can stick along with that. Try to think of anything else on this thing. You know, there's a little scuff in the paint right there. You know, just really clean rockers, just tiny little chips. It's kind of the extent of it.